Okay. Time is up. So, yun.
Isa ng tanong, hirap din.
Ano?
Number 1, sagot ko.
Hirap din.
Hirap din. So, sige, exchange. Parang ano lang. O, sige, discuss natin. Number 1. Which of these training methodologies geared towards teacher professional development follows the bottom-up process? A. Scholarship program. B. Training workshop. C. Distance learning program. D. Learning action cell.
D, pinasagot ko.
What's your answer?
D.
Tama, D. Learning action cell. Kasi bottom-up. Kasi it emanates from sa mga teacher. Di ba? From yung mga planning, yung needs. Okay? Tapos nire-report, di ba? Meron tayong learning action plan, di ba? Tapos mino-monitor ng school head. Tapos inire-report sa superintendent saka sa supervisor. Number 2. Tama kayo?
Tama, letter D lahat.
Okay, very good. Number 2. Which of the following pertains to what students are expected to learn in the classroom and how the lessons are taught? A. Standards. B. Competencies. C. Curriculum. D. Textbooks.
Kasi ang sagot ko, curriculum.
Correct. Curriculum. Kasi review, pag sinabing competencies, alam nyo na yan. Yan yung mga skills. Okay? Oo. Kasi yung standards, parang ano din eh. Di ba, nakakalito rin eh. Kasi merong content standards, di ba?
Itis na agad dito, textbook.
Textbook, eliminated agad. Ba, galing nyo ah. Number 3, teachers have the leeway to make modifications in the lesson which refers to the educational process of relating the curriculum to a particular setting, situation, or area of application to make the competencies relevant, meaningful, and useful to all learners.
Sagot ko ay kapala, contextualization.
Correct. Contextualization. Letter C. Anong sagot mo? Contextualization siya.
Sa akin yung area ay application ang kasunod pala.
So always remember that meron tayong keyword dito na relating the curriculum to the particular setting, situation, or area of application. Okay? And that it is relevant, meaningful, and useful to learners. Okay? Example kasi ng mga localization, yun na nga yung sinabi ko, na mas specific siya.
Specific na localization.
Yan. Okay, number 4. Which pedagogical approach in K-12 allows students to look at what they do, think about why they do it, and think about if it works? A. Reflective. B. Integrative. C. Collaborative. D. Inquiry-based.
Okay, reflective.
Correct, reflective.
Tama, malakap lang.
Oo, kasi sa teachers, na-discuss ko kahapon, di ba, meron ding reflective practice. Kung ikaw naman ay teacher, you will be asking, if you are a reflective teacher, you will ask, how are my students doing? How am I doing? Yan. Number 5, the heart of assessment framework is the recognition and deliberate consideration of learner's zone of proximal development. Which of these best explains this concept? A. Assessment should serve as guide in designing teaching learning activities. B. Assessment should provide feedback for students monitoring their own learning. Assessment should measure the knowledge and skills learned every day by the learners. And D. Assessment should ensure learner success in moving from guided to independent display of knowledge and skills learned. Yes, correct. Kasi minsan may strategy. Letter D. Kasi minsan may strategy sa exam. Kalimitan yung pinakamahaba ang paliwanag. Yes. If it is positive at mahaba, ay malamang yun ang sagot. Diba? Kasi it has more thoughts. Okay, technique yun ha. Pero huwag kayong malilito. Baka naman minsan yung pinakamaikli kasi it's more straightforward. Diba? May strategy dyan. Kaya nga sabi, sa examination, hindi lang kailangan nung na-review mo, kailangan din ng critical thinking. Okay, number 6. The K-12 curriculum is aligned with the 21st century skills. Which of this is not true as regards to K-12 curriculum? A. MTB MLE is adhered to in order to facilitate learning. Senior high school is offered in all public high schools. C. Contextualization is allowed to suit the needs of the learners. And D. Spiral progression scheme is observed in the curriculum framework. Correct. Senior high school is offered in all public high schools. Kasi may mga school na walang senior high school.
Ako nag-imagine dito sa Maubang, kasi school lang walang senior high, pero parang lahat meron.
Pero sa ibang bayan, meron. Tapos, baka naman malito kayo, mabaliktad naman yung question. Merong mga school na stand-alone senior high school.
Senior high school lang.
Senior high school lang.
Sir, ginagawa naman na yung K-12 talaga ito yung MTB, MLE, contextualization, spiral progression, ano na K-12 talaga. Yun ang pinabasehan ko.
Ang sagot mo ay B din. Correct.
Kasi nakalagay dito yung not true.
Yes. And if you will be looking into A, C, and D, automatic yan yung mga key features ng K-12 curriculum.
Lahat ay, ang option ko sa B. Kaya lang, akala ko lahat ay nag-o-offer ng senior. Kaya ako sa A.
Naglipat ka dun sa iba. Yan. Sinasabi. Diba? 10 questions lang yan, ha? Number 7. Kaya ba yung nagre-review? Under the K-12 Basic Education Program, student performance may be evaluated through authentic or real-life activities. One model that may be referred for this purpose is GRASP, Goal, Roles, Audience, Situation, Product, and Standard by McTighe and Wiggins. Which of the following is not true about the use of such model? A. It can be given anytime during the lesson. B. The students may do the activity outside school premises. C. Teachers have to use rubrics in rating student output performance. And D. There should be standards to follow in evaluating student output performance. Okay? The correct answer is letter A. It can be given anytime during the lesson. Okay? Kasi pinag-uusapan ay authentic real-life activities. Okay? Oo, di ba? Not true. Number 8. Di ba nakakalito yan? Yung not true, which is not. Number 8. Teacher proficiency and performance is a major determinant of student achievement in school and in other settings. What specific measure can be taken to transform teachers from instructional leadership to that of leadership for learning? A. Build a culture of collaboration in ensuring that students learn. B. Set and require high standards of achievement for every learner. C. Require strict compliance with competency-based standards for teachers. And D. Continue enriching the curriculum in the context of the pillars of new functional literacy. Okay. The correct answer is letter A. Why? Letter A, apple. Because the question, as you can see, is sinasabi dito to transform teachers from instructional leadership to that of leadership of learning. So makikita niyo yung word na leadership. Pag may leadership, ibig sabihin may collaboration. Itong letter A, siya lang yung nagpe-pertain halos sa collaboration. Okay. Number 9. Anyway, magiging naman kayong familiar, may mga key points yan eh. Dun sa pinakang stem, dun sa question. Number 9, which of this is not true as regards the development of curriculum materials in the K-12 Basic Education Program? A. Production of local materials is highly encouraged to suit the needs of the school community. B. Approval of curriculum materials is vested on the central office alone. C. The spiral progression scheme is observed in the new curriculum. D. It adheres to the principal framework of MTB-MLE. What is your answer?
Ano sagot ko pare? Ano?
Dito.
B, nasagot ko.
Ang bell.
Hinaka ko na yan.
The correct answer is B, boy.
Oh, hinaka ko.
Approval of curriculum material is vested on the central office alone. That is not true. Diba? Bakit? Diba pag nag-develop ng material, kumukuha pa nga ng mga writer. Diba?
Hindi yan. Alone, nakalagay dito yung central office alone.
Yan, alone. Diba? Mahirap yun. Masyadong centralized.
Wala na oras. Wala na oras. Ginluwa ko na.
Kasi, ibig sabihin, talaga, bisa ang hula mo. Next, number 10. Social interaction greatly influences learning. Which classroom activity best illustrates this? A. Students are asked to demonstrate a process. B. Students are asked to debate about an issue. C. Students are asked to do an experiment. D. Students are asked to do an oral report.
Influences learning.
Okay. Ang pinag-uusapan dito ay social interaction.
Yung sagot ko ba?
Ako yan. A ba?
That's A kasi.
The correct answer is letter B.
B.
Kasi debate. Pag merong debate, merong social interaction. Pag process, solo ka lang. Pag nag-experiment, pwedeng solo ka lang, pwedeng may ka-group, pero minsan wala ring social interaction kasi may worksheet. Letter D, students are asked to do an oral report. Usually, it's individual. Oral eh. Salita ka lang. So, there is no interaction.
Minsan pag-debate, parang minsan yung negative ang dating.
Oo.
Pag-awa yun.
Pero specifically, kahit may debate, lagi naman kasi when you say debate, there is pro, there is con. Ngayon, ang ating pag-uusapan ay special interest inclusion programs at saka learner support programs. Lahat tayo hindi familiar dun sa ibang program kasi ang ini-offer natin ay STBEP kasi tayo Techbox School, tapos kay Ideng, ang alam niya yung elementary. Okay, iPad. Okay? So, special education, learners with special needs and disabilities, including those who are gifted and talented. Oh, 'di ba? Common connotation ang alam niyo pag sinabing SPED, yung may special needs lang. Pero kasama yung gifted and talented.
Napagaling naman eh kasama.
Oo. Ano ang legal basis? Ito, 1987 Constitution. So, Section 1, the right of all citizens to quality education. Section 2, it should be relevant to the needs of the people and the society. Republic Act 7277, access to quality education. The state shall ensure that disabled persons are provided with adequate access to quality education and ample opportunities to develop their skills. May kaulam ito yung sa mga hiring, meron ding, hindi ko lang matandaan yung batas na at least merong percentage na pwede mong i-hire sa mga persons with disability. Meron yan. Although hindi naman siya masyadong naka-anchor sa DepEd order, pero parang sa civil service law, meron. Ito, the state, Section 14, the state shall establish and maintain a complete, adequate, and integrated system of special education for visually impaired, hearing impaired, mentally retarded persons, and other type of exceptional children in all regions of the country. So, ito naman, sa SPED, the state shall promote the right of every individual to relevant quality education regardless of sex, age, breed, socioeconomic status, physical and mental condition, social or ethnic origin, political and other affiliation. Ito, nakikita nyo rin pag ranking. Diba? Nakalagay, pwedeng mag-apply regardless of sex, age. Diba? Objectives, to provide access to basic education. According to DepEd Order number 26 series of 1997, ito yan. Gifted, talented, mentally retarded, visually impaired, hearing impaired, orthopedically handicapped, learning disabled, speech defectives, children with behavioral problems, children with autism, and with health problems. Ito, objectives, the development and maximization of learning competencies as well as inculcation of values. Indigenous knowledge systems practices. Okay? Indigenous knowledge systems practices. Okay? Ano ba yan? Pag sinabi kasing IKSP, ito yung knowledge nila dun sa yung sa community nila, yung tribo nila, yung mga panggagamot as opposed to mga scientific knowledge. 'Di ba? Ito yung kanilang tradition for
Paniniwala.
yes, paniniwala. Sa Mauban may iPad tayo dun sa kag si I3. Meron tayo. iPad, parang iPad ang curriculum nila. Hindi ko lang alam kung iPad o ALS. Parang ALS, hindi iPad, ano? Okay, so take note yung IKSP ha. So pag sinabing Indigenous Knowledge Systems Practices, ito ay yung practices nila sa community as opposed to the scientific knowledge. So, pag manggagamot ng sugat, ang ginagamit, yung ano ng bayabas.
Nangatain.
Oo, nangatain.
Patuloy ako, ganun na nila.
Pero, kung titingnan mo, scientific din. Kasi ang bayabas, may antibacterial, content. Oo, kaso nga lang, yung practices nila, ayun na masamang inom. Oo. Kasi madumi. Kaya yun yung practice diba? Pero yung nilalanggas, mainit na tubig, ito talaga yan. Again, naka-anchor ulit siya sa 1987 Philippine Constitution, Section 2, Paragraph 5, encourage non-formal, informal, and indigenous learning systems. So, kasama siya. Okay. Kasama rin siya sa RA 8371. Minsan kasi ay baka binabanggit yung Republic Act. Tapos, yung content. Kaya kung hindi ka familiar dun sa Republic Act, mahihirapan ka rin na masagot kung ano yung mismong content niya. O yun, DepEd Order Number 62, Series of 2011, recognizing education as a necessary means to realize other human rights and fundamental freedom. Okay? So, ang tawag dito ay rights-based approach, okay? Which gives primary importance to the principles of participation, inclusion, and empowerment. Okay? So, inclusion, kasama. Tapos, empowerment. When you educate, you empower. Diba? Tapos participative kasi teacher IP, diba? Merong collaborative participation. Kaya mahirap pag ikaw ay magtuturo sa IP, dapat magsasabi ka muna dun sa tribe leader, lalapit ka muna dun. Oo, medyo sensitive sila. Tapos kung may approval, meron pa yung parang seat of elders. Papayagan nyo ba na magturo? Parang ganun ang kanilang sistema pag education. Kasi nga sila ay laging participative. Next, DepEd Order Number 62, Series of 2011, recognize, protect, and promote the rights and welfare of ICCs, as well as equip them with the knowledge and skills needed to face various social realities and challenges. Okay? So, objective, curriculum which is culturally responsive, capacity of teachers, school heads, and other concerned personnel, in the levels of governance in implementing culture-based education for IPs. Support the development of culturally appropriate learning resources and learning environment. Baka kasi halimbawa, pinipilit mong maligo. Ang practices naman nila, isang beses lang. Isang beses lang, isang linggo. Tapos sabay-sabay yung mga bata. May mga ganun di wala kang magagawa. You have to accept. Okay. To strengthen the policy environment supportive of IPED, and address the learning needs of indigenous learners who lack access to basic education services. So, dalawa na yung natin na-discuss, SPED, IPED, madrasa naman. Madrasa naman ay standard and viable curriculum for public schools and for private madaris in Muslim communities. So, mga learning center para sa mga Muslim communities. Rationale, the Muslim shall have the intellectual and educational capacity to participate actively in the social, economic, and political endeavors of the country. The Muslim shall ensure sustained and permanent peace through access to Islamic-friendly educational curriculum and quality basic education comparable with the rest of the Filipino children. Take note, ito yung kanyang mga legal basis. EO 283. Yan. Tapos, Madrasa Development Coordinating Committee, DepEd Order Number 51. Yan. Standard Curriculum for Elementary Schools and Private Madaris. Yan yung mga legal basis. Tingnan nyo na lang. So, at least familiar kayo. Parang mga year, ano siya, 2004, 2011. Tapos 2011. Kasi minsan, may sa mga secretary, hindi ko lang alam kung sino secretary niya 2011. May mga certain focus sila. Diba si Secretary Briones Als? Parang mga, meron silang focus. Tapos si Jess Dilapos, yung mga nagpausa ng mga SBM. Yan. Diba? Kaya mapapansin nyo, puro 2011.
May post ni Sarah.
Si Sarah, di ba yung matatag curriculum? Yun talaga ang kanya.
Live.
So, kasunod naman ay Alive. So, ito naman yung ating language and values, Arabic language, na contextualize sa Islamic perspective. Filipino Muslim learners are able to learn Arabic language and Islamic values aligned with the core values of DepEd. Filipino Muslim learners are able to attend learning competencies under the K-12 curriculum. Ito naman, out-of-school Filipino Muslim children, youth, adults, and women are able to learn life skills and work values and pursue their education despite their personal circumstances. Ito naman, special interest programs. So, pag sinabi namang special interest programs, ito naman yung special science program, special program in sports, special program in the arts, special program in foreign language, in journalism, at saka yun sa atin, STBEP. Yan, unahin na natin, STBEP. Special Science Program, a research and development project designed to develop Filipino children with scientific and technological knowledge, skills and attitudes, creative and positive values, lifelong learning to become productive partners in the development of the community and the society. By the way, baka itanong nyo yung mga science high school, hindi DepEd ang doon. Hindi DepEd ang nagmamanage, DOST. Oo. Hindi, yung atin, Quezon Science High School, DepEd manage. Pero yung mga Philippine Science High School, tapos yung mga annexes niya,
DOST.
Oo, DOST. Kaya iba yung mga title, Director, Special Science Teacher 3, 4, iba. Saka matataas ang salary grade. Iba. Legal basis. The Philippine Constitution of 1987, sa Section 10 naman, Science and technology are essential for national development and progress. Again, 1987 Philippine Constitution, Section 10. Sa Section 70 naman, shall give priority to education, science, and technology. Yan. Tapos, merong DepEd Order number 57, series of 2011, providing opportunities for the development of scientific attitudes and so on. So, ito yung kanya mga objectives. Provide learning environment for the gifted and talented Provide gifted, talented learners with avenues, opportunities, and exposures for developing necessary skills. Capacitate school heads and teachers in implementing managerial special science education schools. Develop SSES program models. So, curriculum niya ay enrich learning competencies in science and math. Yan. So, ang classes provides longer instruction in science. Grades 1 to 3 is 70 minutes. Grades 4 to 6, 80 minutes. Okay? Meron siyang in-depth content ng science, saka health curriculum, tapos mathematics. Tapos, nag-investigatory project, grade 3. Grade 3. Tapos, acquisition of knowledge for effective responsible participation. Yan. Ito naman, special program. Basta, reviewin nyo ha. Tingnan nyo yung mga special features. Sports naman. Develop a pool of athletes to be trained for national and international competition. Special program for sports will be job ready in the field of sports and related areas. Okay? So, to address the needs of secondary students with talents in sports. Ito naman ay 4-year curriculum based on the K-12 basic education program. Athletics and or swimming are requirements for implementing the program plus minimum of 5 individual and dual sports and 3 team sports. Yan yung mga dapat makuha pag sa special program sa sports, SPS. Dapat meron siyang minimum na 5 individual and dual sports, tapos 3 team sports. At least 8. Kasi baka sa exam, halimbawa, nagbigay ng question about sa special program, at least alam nyo yung alam nyo yung features. Pag special program, dapat ang tinuturo ay meron na siyang alam, meron siyang at least 5 individual dual sports, 3 team sports. Kasi baka iba-ibahin lang yung question.
Athletics or swimming, requirements naman.
Oo. Tapos, requirements. So, dapat may athletic field ka. Tapos, meron kang swimming pool. Ito naman, arts. Ang alam ko may special program sa arts ay parang dito sa Quezon ay Infanta. Yung Infanta. Oo, National High School.
Sir, yun ay funded. Funded siya.
Alam ko ay ini-offer ng siya regular Parang kami dati, STBEP, dati merong Techbook Bureau. Ngayon, nawala na yon. Kaya ang MOOE namin, the same pa rin. Based on bond ko din formula.
Tulad nga ng sa North 1, hindi ko yung SSNS. Sabihin ko ino-offer na.
Pero walang fund. Pero wala siyang extra fund or available funding. So, ito naman ay special program for the arts. Basta kakaunti yung discussion. Basta siya ay equipped with the general skills and attitudes. Tapos, aesthetic awareness. Arts. Mga pagdodrawing, pagkanta, pagsayaw. Yan.
Hindi parang artista gano'n.
Oo, parang performing artist. Tapos, meron din siyang visual arts. Tapos, foreign language naman. Alam ko, Quezon High meron eh. Okay? Yan ay, ang tinuturo naman ay mga languages such as Spanish, Japanese, French, Chinese, and German. Okay? Tapos, meron siyang mga subject nomenclature. Yan. Journalism naman, designed to develop students' competencies. At least alam nyo na, ito ay special program. Itong journalism, itong arts, di ba? Tapos, STBEP. Ayan, alam nyo na yan. Now, for poverty alleviation, tapos dropout mitigation measure, yan. Tapos, yun nga, yung sinasabi natin kahapon, naka-align siya sa TR. yung ating practices, saka yung sa curriculum, at saka yung sa lesson planning. Diba, yung ibang school naka-melt tayo based on training regulation ng TESDA. Tapos incorporated nga sa atin yung entrepreneurship. Tapos learner support naman. So when we say learner support, ito naman yan, school health service, nutrition support, and health promoting school environment. So kaya yung mga school, may mga nurse. Ngayon, yung mga ibang school na walang nurse, merong assigned na nurse na clustered schools. Yan, deworming and immunization. Okay. School-based feeding program, wash and rinse. Okay, ito naman yung daily hand washing, toothbrushing, provision of safe water, maintain toilet, hand washing, drainage facility, tapos solid waste management plan. Yung school sports, kasama yan. Youth formation. Kaya halos lahat ng organization may club. Diba? So, yun. So, yung ating mga diniscuss ay special program at saka yung ang tawag ay learner support. Tapos yung kanina, nakabigla magpa-quiz ako bukas eh. Special interest programs. Okay? Tapos, yan naman ay inclusion programs. Okay, from the word inclusion. Okay? So, inclusion programs, itong mga iPad, itong mga madrasa, Alive, yan. Tapos, special interest programs. Okay? Magkaiba naman siya, special interest programs. Kasi baka malito kayo dun sa inclusion, saka dun sa interest. Next, school head as an organizational leader. What is an organization? It is a group of individuals, large or small, that is cooperating under the direction of an executive leadership in accomplishment of certain common objectives. Okay? So, an organization is comprised of individuals working together for the attainment of a common goal. So, an organization is also a system, which means it is the interaction of individuals towards the attainment of a goal. A leader's role is to create an atmosphere where there is coherence between values and purpose. Yung mga meaning, okay? Eh, ano nyo na lang, kasi focus tayo dun sa mga DepEd sanction. Ito naman ay mga tourist lang. Ito naman ay mga model. Okay? So, we have the McKinsey 7S model, na sinasabi na there are variety of situation where an alignment of perspective is useful. Okay? Tapos, yan yung mga hard skills, saka yung mga soft skills in an organization. So, pag hard, strategy, structure, system. Tapos, soft ay mga shared values, skill, style, staff. Parang yung bagyo, di ba? Bawa, bumagyo. Di ba, matik ngayon, pag signal number 1, wala nang pasok. Hindi, iba, naghihintay pa rin ng decision ng LGU. No, it's automatic kasi may DepEd order, which is higher.
Pero kapag walang signal.
Oo, LGU. LGU. So, ganun nagwo-work yung yung tingnan nyo, strategy, the plan devised to maintain and build competitive advantage over the competition. Structure, the way the organization is structured and who reports to whom. Di ba? Ito, example, yung bang principal pwedeng dumiretso sa pwedeng dumiretso sa teacher, hindi na siya magsasabi sa head teacher. Halimbawa, meron siyang ipapagawa, pwede hindi? Pwede. Tama. Kasi kung titingnan mo yung organizational chart, yung school head connected dun sa teacher eh. Ibig sabihin, pwede siyang dumiretso. Alam ka na magkapaalam ka pa dun sa Pero yung kalimitan, yung teacher, magkapaalam ka muna sa, lalo pag bottom up, yung teacher, magkapaalam muna sa head teacher, kalimitan, bago pumunta dun sa school head. Diba? Kaya minsan, ang ginagawa ng mga superintendent, may nag-message na teacher sa superintendent. Anong ginagawa ni superintendent? Nire-refer sa principal. Diba? May mga ganyang case. May nangyari na ba sa yung ganyan?
Bakit nire-refer pa sa kung pwede na siyang...
Hindi. Nire-refer pa rin sa principal kasi ibinababa. Parang yung na-discuss ko kahapon sa grievance proceedings. I-resolve nyo muna sa level ninyo. Pero si superintendent, pwedeng bumaba dun sa teacher. Diba? Kahit sabihin na, punta ka dito, tawag kita. Pero with courtesy, lagi naman na nagsasabi sa principal o sa head teacher involved, pero pwede. Okay? Kasi structure yun eh.
Pero yung minsan pa, ang head teacher ay nag-zelos din. Gusto niya dumaan din sa kanila. Meron kaya principal kasi nagkaya sa teacher. Sabi ng teacher, hindi ko alam yan. Dapat padaan sa akin, may mga ganun.
May monetary pinel.
Ang tawag naman doon yung protocol, through channel. Sabi, protocol, through channel. Pero kasi minsan may mga confidential matter, example. Bawa, ikaw ay school head. Meron kang immediate concern. Tapos, si department head, halimbawa, hindi mo pa mahagilap. Diba? Diretso ka na. Toy, pasuyo na nito, gawin mo na. Tapos, sasabihin na lang ni school, pinagawa ko to doon. Diba? Minsan ganun sa organization. Pero ang masama, sa organization, nangyari yun, tapos walang alam yung mga department head. Diba? Parang secretive. Ang lagi naman kasing pinag-uusapan sa ganyan, sa structure at saka sa system, yung walang element of deceit. Pag sinabing walang panlilinlang, di ba? Pag in good faith ka lagi doon sa ginagawa mo, wala namang masama doon.
Sir Ares, kung sa meron tayong organizational chart, di ba may mga solid line saka invisible line? Dotted line. Ibig sabihin yun yung dotted or hidden line, dotted line. Ibig sabihin siya ay may connection din. Para pang yun ang symbolize ng
Pag sinabing dotted line, hindi mo siya under, pero he or she can report to you. Oo. Pero kung titingnan mo dun sa structure, parang ganito, halimbawa ay sa DepEd kasi walang ganyan eh. Yung mga yung mga consultant, kalimitan yung mga consultant, inilalagay sila sa organizational chart. Pero hindi ganun ka-solid yung kanilang employment. Kaya kalimitan may dotted line. Mga consultant
sa business ata.
Oo, sa business. Consultant kita pagdating sa finance. Pag kailangan saka pwede. So yan, hindi ko na discuss lahat 'to kasi basa-basahin niyo lang, at least additional knowledge. Familiar naman kayo sa SWOT analysis usually internal, strength and weakness. So, sa loob ng isang organization, yung strength and weakness mo, syempre yung mga tao within dyan, yung teacher, yung personnel, pag mag-a-analyze ka, sa strength and weakness ka. Tapos, sa external naman, yung mga external, mga ibang tao outside the organization. Yung mga, halimbawa ay parents, mga alumni, yan. They are external to the organization. At syempre, gagamitin mo sila to eliminate the threat and to make it as an opportunity. Okay, yung threat, halimbawa, may mga parents na alam niyo yun, yung reklamador, yung laging nagpaparadyo, Laging nagre-reklamo sa di ba threat yun? Threat yun sa organization. Ang gagawin mo, ang gagawin mo, kakaibiganin mo sila kasi pag naging kaibigan mo sila, that will be an opportunity for feedback. Okay? Ano nyo, nakita nyo, halimbawa, teacher. May mga teacher, di ba, na merong kahinaan sa merong mahina sa mga magulang, merong mahina sa pakikipag-usap sa mga magulang, weakness. Ngayon, magaling naman sila sa ibang bagay. So, magaling naman pala sa arts, magaling naman pala sa mga technical skills. So, sila yung strengths mo. May mga weaknesses sila, pero meron silang strength. Di ba? Halimbawa naman, may mga teacher na magaling sa pakikipag-usap sa labas, o di i-maximize mo yung strength nila. Pero, at the same time, ibabalance mo yung strength and weakness. Kaya, dito, papasok yung mga human development program, mga lock session, mga training, sa internal. Yan. Pero itong SWOT, lagi itong sa external. Okay? Usually, ginagamit ito sa mga strategic planning. Okay? Yan, may mga example. Ito, halimbawa, ang mga threat sa external, crime, yan, mga opportunities naman, IT. Depende sa use ang SWOT analysis. Pero kalimitan niyan ay ginagamit ay sa business. Di ba? Yung mga paggagawa ng mga
para sa ating suffix, yung personal.
So, focus on the strength, improve weakness, minimize threats, take advantage of opportunities. So, yan yung strategy. Kaya pag ikaw ay school head, alam mo naman ang strength ng teacher ay sa pagsusulisit, okay, sige, diyan ka magaling. Yung teacher ay magaling sa mga technical, sige, magaling sa papers, so focus ka dyan. Yung mga weaknesses naman ng iba, tuturuan mo din. Kaya meron mga mentoring session. Okay? So, ito naman, PESEL analysis. Narinig nyo na to? So, ito ay political, economic, socio-cultural, technological, legal, environmental issues that affect the strategic development of an organization. Okay? This is useful for external environment. Okay? PESEL analysis. Take note political, economic, socio-cultural, technological, legal, environmental issues. PESEL. So, hindi ko na isa-isahin yung mga question kasi tatagal tayo. I-ano nyo na lang ha. Basahin nyo na lang. Force field analysis. At least nagkaka-idea kayo. Ito naman ang model which relies upon change of process with the social implications built into the model. Okay? Star model naman, meron tayong tinatawag na star model framework which is based on the strategy, structure, processes, rewards, and people. Okay? Ayan, strategy, structure, processes, rewards, and reward systems. Ito naman, caselet analysis. Aga pa. So, may mga review dyan. Ito naman, forces of change. So, committing to change, capacitating for change, contributing and collaborating, celebrating and continuing change. Yan. Forces. So, syempre naman, di ba pag sinasabi nga, gusto mo may pagbabago, magkukommit muna lahat. Tapos, kaya ba natin? O ika-capacitate mo sila. Tapos, contributing and collaborating. Yan. Ang lagi pinakamabigat dito talaga ito, contributing and collaborating. Kasi usually naman capacitating, kung ano yung kakayahan ng mga tao, i-align mo na dun sa task eh. Di ba? Tapos, punta na tayo sa SBM. So, SBM explains the conduct of self-assessment. Naano nyo na ba to? Nakita nyo na yung mismong na-experience nyo ng mag-prepare ng SBM? Ikaw na-experience mo na? Ibig sabihin, may mga area siya kung saan mag-prepare ka ng mga documents, tapos i-assess yun, ini-scorean. Tapos may template para mag-score. Ito lang ay parang review. Sige nga.
Bakit parang dati ang SBM may budget?
Oo, may budget. Ngayon wala na.
Parang layo.
Oo. Ang SBM kasi
sa... Hindi siya dapat mawala sa isang
organization. We dream of Filipinos who passionately love their country and whose
values and confidence.
Enable them to realize their full potential and
contributing meaning
sa learners the Department of Education blank continuously improves itself to better. Oo, may nangyari ng ganitong exam. Natatandaan ko, meron daw isang exam na fill in the blanks yung DepEd Vision Mission. Kaya dapat alam nyo rin. Okay, school-based management is the decentralization of the decision-making from the central, regional, division, district to schools. Okay? Decentralization is the delegation of power from a central authority to regional and local authority. Ang question, di ba meron naman tayong mga DepEd order, meron naman tayong mga division memo, ay ba't may SBM? Di ba? So ito yung sinasabi na, di ba, pag may MOOE, ikaw naman ang magde-decide kung saan mo gagamitin, kung saan mo ipa-prioritize. Di ba? Kasi kung centralized pa rin yun, pag nagbaba ng fund, sabihin, lahat kayo magbabago ng bubong, yun yung centralized. Kaya, meron kayong decision-making authority.
Yung sarap decentralization mula sa iba pa. Kung bagay, iba pa ang mag-decide.
Oo, ikaw ang mag-decide based sa needs ninyo. Oo.
Pag centralization, hindi ko ano kung sa taas. Yun ang centralized.
Meron pang isang equivalent concept yan, yung fiscal decentralization. Di sa budgeting, di ba? Bumababa siya from central region, tapos bababa sa mga schools. Pero yung kung fiscally decentralized, makakapag-decide ka based dun sa plan mo. Kasi kung centralized siya, bababa siya, bigyan ka ng pera. Bilhin yung books, bilhin nyo ng tools, 'di ba? Hindi naman ganoon. Kaya ang sagot dito sa mga to yung AIP, SIP. Kaya bakit kailangan ng school-based management? Kasi ito yung empowerment of stakeholders in school communities. 'Di ba? Kaya merong mga school planning team, kaya merong mga SPTA, empowerment 'yan eh. Di sana kung ayaw nyo ng empowerment ng stakeholders, walang SPTA.
Paano pag halimbawa ang municipal mayor sumula sa superintendent? Ano yung may authority ba?
Okay. Sumulat si mayor, nirereklamo si SPTA.
Hindi, si principal.
Nirereklamo si principal.
Paano sir ang proseso?
Depende sa ang titingnan muna yung nature ng case. Okay? Halimbawa, si principal, inireklamo ni mayor, sasabihin, corrupt, ginagamit ang pera ng ay di sasabihin ni superintendent, kung principal siya, ibabato ni superintendent kay regional director. Kasi alam naman ni regional director na ang disciplining authority pag principal ay si RD. Tapos, magkakandak na ng fact-finding investigation. Lagi may due process. Oo, laging may due process.
May nagsumpong na parents na mayor.
Pag mga alleged bilang.
Ay, depende sa, may tinatawag tayong prima facie, evidences, prima facie. Pag sinabing, parang kaduda-duda talaga. Parang, bakit kaya yung principal na yun ay, ang asawa naman ay, halimbawa ay labander, kasama sa bahay, pero nakamontero. Tapos, wala naman silang ibang business. Hindi naman, di ba? Parang gano'n. Tapos lahat ng anak niya nasa private school. Batay ka, parang there's something wrong, di ba? Parang
Kasi
naninilaw pa, di ba? Alam mo naman. Kaya nga. So may prima facie evidence na parang sinasabi na ang lifestyle nito ay talaga parang pumapasok.
Very obvious.
Oo, very obvious. Kaya magkapababay ng fact-finding investigation. So, halimbawa naman, inireklamo naman niya ay ng babae, mga immorality. O, magkapababarin nyo ng fact-finding investigation. Ay, halimbawa naman, ang nirereklamo naman ay personal life ni ni principal. Halimbawa ay ng babae o may kabit. Hindi pwedeng ireklamo yun. Sasabihin na yung magrereklamo dapat yung tunay na asawa. Ayan. DepEd Order Number 47, Series of 2022. Promotion of professionalism in the implementation of delivery. Ngayon, tingnan ko, DepEd Order Number 47, Series of 2022. 47. Ayan. O, DepEd Order, kita nyo? DepEd Order Number 47, Series of 2022. It is the policy of DepEd to promote effective and efficient policies and programs. To realize this, the DepEd should be free from partisan activities such as this reminds officials and employees to practice the highest form of professionalism and to observe the following measure. Refrain from seeking endorsements, recommendations, contributions, support, consideration, political accommodation, or any form of intervention from other government personnel or similar entities outside of DepEd.
Yan ay dati usong-uso
Yan.
May DepEd order.
Tandaan nyo DepEd Order Number 47, Series of 2022. Ito pa. This is from soliciting favorable action from politician to facilitate the implementation of programs or activities except those covered by Adapt a School program or initiated by local government units funded by SEF. Yan. Except Okay? So, follow internal rules and regulations. So, yan. Permado ni Sara. Permado ni Sara. 2022. Ayan. Ano ba naging magandang dulot nitong SBM? Nagkaroon ng school improvement planning, nagkaroon ng school governing council, tapos nagkaroon ng SBM level of practice. Okay? Tapos nagkaroon ng line item sa department's budget to support the installation of SBM at all levels. Tapos nagkaroon ng mga program support fund. Tapos may mga grants. Pero ngayon, no longer sustained. So ano daw nangyari? Kasi yung mga unrealistic target, inappropriate strategies in the SIPs of the many schools visited. Paano ba naman? Halimbawa, mag-SIP, ang target, lahat ng bata, reader, lahat ng bata, numerates, tapos galing ka pa sa pandemic. Diba? Parang imposible naman yun. Alam nyo ba yung school report card? Alam nyo na yan, di ba? Kasi dati natin, ng mga unang panahon na binabanggit yung school report card, napunta dito sa trade, yung supervisor. Nasaan ang report card ninyo? Hindi mo sinasabing school report card. Ay, teka po, kukunin. Antay ka po. Dala-dala yung mga card. Tawa-tawa yung supervisor. Sabi, hindi yan, yung SRC. Ano po ba gayon?
Paserox niyo yung
Oo.